G'day everyone. Before I kick this off, just wanted to thank Kurt and all his staff for the great event. A lot of this, it takes a lot of effort, and the industry actually needs a lot more events like this. So to get is that cutting in there? Great. Yeah, look, it's great turnout. We've got a bit lucky with the weather, but yeah, just wanted to thank Kurt. We've known him for a long time from magazine publishing days. He came to us with this idea and he said, "Oh, would you support it? We're one of the first brands on board." And it's great to see it here last year and great to see it grow this year. Just also want to thank the CF MOTO Australia staff. We've got a few staff here and also APO and our local dealer in Coffs Harbour. Give us a massive chop out and thanks for them and their support. It's been fantastic. We'll go forward into the bike now. So this is the latest offering in the adventure space from CF MOTO, the 800Mtx. So I think if you've been watching some bikes roll in, I think every second or third bike seems to be a 450MT this year, which has been fantastic. It's one of the top-selling road bikes in the country and by far the top-selling adventure bike. And then extending from the success of that is this model. So the 800MT, which we've got sort of the Explore model there, which is closer to the original one, came out in 2021. And yeah, had a very strong uptake initially, and then sort of the Explore model, which is the one there, was the flagship model, updated from there. And then with the 450, really sort of took that more off-road themed adventure. And then this is sort of the 800cc variant of that, so the most dirt-orientated offering in the 800 range, which is 3 models at the moment. Going through the bike, just walked a bit of a walkthrough from front to back. Screen, adjustable, simple, can do it on the fly, don't have to get off, do it from the front. Can get a taller screen should you wish. It does have the bar behind it as well for the navigation or whatever sort of setup you want to run. They're getting pretty popular now, so just to have that capability is fantastic. High guard on these ones, so the 450s have the low guard. And you can get the high one like this as an option, but we spec this one with the high one from factory. 21-inch front wheel. That's probably the biggest thing from sort of, I guess, the original 800s was the 19-inch front. A lot of the riding we do here, that the 19-inch is very popular in Europe. In Australia, most people prefer to do a little bit more off-road. I dare say we're a bit more adventurous than many other countries. So they've spec'd it with a 21-inch front wheel, which has been well received. LED lighting all round, standard handguards, fuel tank, low slung tank. Obviously people have seen this design before on other models. It's not the exact same as what the KTM has, but it's actually made in the same supplier. A little bit more capacity too with our one, so 22.5 litres. Gets that weight nice and low, and sort of those traditional bigger bore 800,000cc adventure bikes have that top heavy feel. You don't get that with this. Switch gear, all illuminated, just little details that sort of CF MOTO really pay attention to. 7-inch TFT display, a couple of different sort of viewing modes or automatic. Very simple and easy to read. Menus, you don't really have to go through 20 different menus to get into whatever mode you want. The magic button we call it, so for those that are 450MT owners, they know that sort of off-road button. You can just ride around, roll up to sort of some off-road if you're going to have a bit of a crack. Press that button, turns off the rear ABS and traction control, and then you can get into it and have a good time. On this one, it's just the M button. You hold it down for a few seconds, bang, it's in off-road mode, away you go. Seat, we do have multiple seat options with this. There's actually 2 different models of this bike as well. So this is the low suspension model or low seat model, but it's actually achieved through shortened suspension internals, so it's 40mm less than the standard one. And we've also got high and low option seats. So I think you can get it from 830, which is this one, to 810 with the low seat. And then you can also go up if you're a bit taller. So for those that sort of want to chop and change, we've got both here. Swing a leg over and see which one. And we've actually got the different seats here as well. So if you want to try that, more than welcome to. Under the seat, servicing and sort of being set up for Australian conditions is quite a big thing. It's a cassette style air filter, 3 bolts, comes out, and we worked with Unifilter Australia. So as soon as the bike was released, we had the foam elements. They also have the intake snorkels underneath, and you can do your pre-filters and all that sort of thing. So if you're going on a big trek, really easy to set up, really easy to access. The battery's just behind here as well. You can get to it really quickly without much fuss. Where CF MOTO is really clever is a lot of little details they pay attention to. So foot peg rubbers, they just come out. If you're doing off-road, like the launch that we did recently, just rip them out, good grip, and no sort of issues in the mud and clay, what we sort of encountered there. Even little things, foldable levers, just things you don't see on a bike at this price point. Span adjustable levers, you know, everyone's got different size hands, all that sort of thing. You can just set it up and away you go. Different position of the bars, so if you're sort of a taller guy like myself, you might roll them forward if you come from an off-road background, and really easy to personalise the bike. Suspension, this is probably one of the biggest ones along with the front wheel on this model. So probably one of the most contentious issues too, like most people know Showa, KYB, WP. It's actually one suspension, Chinese brand. A few of the media at the launch were like, well, what's this about? We've never heard of this stuff. And I said, trust me, they've been around for a while. They're not as known in Western markets, but it's good gear. So much beefier than the sort of standard road setup, which is 43mm, 48mm, which is pretty much what a motocross or a competition enduro bike has. So much beefier, rigid, better support, hold up, don't dive excessively, and they're fully adjustable in the front. For the shock, that bike there has a pretty sort of just generic standard shock design. This has what you'd call closer to a motocross or enduro design, so full piggyback, greater oil volume, and we've had a few guys like let them go in the big desert and just said go nuts and see if it fades, and they come back to me and they said no issues at all. So really built well and can handle some of the harsh conditions that we throw at it. Engine, of course. So this it's been an interesting sort of talking point. So CF MOTO's origins of the 800 range, they have a technical partnership with KTM. So they actually have a joint venture company. A lot of people get confused between, oh, you own half of KTM, they own half of you. They both separate. They have a joint venture company in the middle, which CF MOTO owns 51%, and then they own the balance. And with that, we've got the intellectual property of this 790 engine design. CF MOTO didn't just say, thanks for that, we'll just stick it in. They went right through it, re-engineered it, fixed maybe some issues that they might have found with it, and these have been bulletproof. We've got plenty, well, the dealers can attest to it as well, plenty of examples of 100,000 plus. And then, yeah, the media asked me at the launch and they said, oh, how many, camshafts is a bit of a buzzword with, I guess, that engine platform. And it hasn't been an issue. I think we've sold one set in 3 years and a couple of thousand units sold. So, yeah, have the confidence. The brand, it does stand up to what we throw at it. And, we go pretty hard here sometimes. So it's proven. Quick shifter, up and down, you can turn it off. Again, switch gear, it's really easy. So depending on if you're new school, old school, you can just ride it like a normal bike. Slipper clutch, all those sorts of things, really easy to service. And then I guess another thing people ask us a lot of the time, well, okay, yeah, this is great, you've got a great bike, great price. What about accessories? Anything you can think of, you can basically get from this bike, from our catalogue, but also the aftermarket have seen sort of the sales figures. And at first, some of the companies which might have gone, oh, Chinese brand, we don't really want to associate with you. That's just a thing of the past now. They're going, yeah, we see what you're doing, we see what you're selling, we want to make products and work with you. And a lot of the time now, the phone rings as soon as they see something on the internet. Please, when you get one, send it over. We want to develop products and work with you. And we work with as many Australian companies as we can. So Unifilter, B&B, a lot of probably 450MTs have the B&B bash plate on them. And it's been a good program to sort of work with some Bark Buses as well, good local company, and sort of developing products that are fit for our market and what we use them for. That's pretty much it, I think. Has anyone got any questions? Yeah, they do. Even little details like that, and it's one of those things, you can stand here and the more you look around, little details. So yeah, tire pressure monitoring, temperature as well. So it's quite interesting. You ride on the road, wick it up a little bit, and you can see that pressure rising a little bit, but then you see the temp in the tire rise. Easy, yeah, dash to go through, just simple. And that's what you want. When you're out on a big ride, you don't want to be the one that's fluffing around, oh, got to go through, set my bike up, put it in off-road mode, do this, do that. You just want to get on it, key in, go. I mean, even little details like the key has a little end on it, so you can basically use it as a screwdriver to adjust your suspension, like by design. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No further questions? So please, if you haven't had a ride, I mean, we've been pretty busy with test rides today, but come see us. We're doing them all day. Jump on and then tell me what you reckon.